Okay, I'm hoping that you can see okay. Okay, first thing we're going to do is, if by chance you have the schematic of how the drive belt goes back on, you would actually take the belt off at that point. But if not, you can just draw yourself out a little schematic, anything that you can understand of how the belt routing it goes onto the vehicle. You may look at it and say, oh, I'll remember, but then when you take the belt off, you're going to be confused. So make sure you have a schematic, whether you draw it out yourself or you print it online. Make sure you have a schematic out so you know what to do and how to put it back together. All right, now this particular vehicle, this down here is the tensioner. We're going to release the tension on this tensioner, and we're going to take the belt off on the top right there. So we're just getting here with our ratchet. Tension on it. Now this particular tensioner is a hydraulic tensioner, so you don't have to kill yourself. You just keep constant pressure on it and you push down and it'll actually release. You see how it moves up and down like that? Alright, so you just push on it and you can release the tensioner, and then we're going to pull the belt right off the water pump like that, and then we're going to let this back up. Now the reason I use a swivel head like this is because when you have it on here and this comes back up, it's going to hit right into there and you're not going to be able to get it off. So with a swivel head, you're able to move it out a little bit so you can get it off all the way. All right, and then we're just going to take our belt. If it gets stuck on something, don't yank it. Make sure you take it off of whatever it's stuck on so you don't break anything. Okay, now you take your new drive belt and you match it up to your old drive belt to make sure that they're the same length. I can't tell you how many times I've gotten the wrong drive belt from a parts store. So make sure you match it up so you're not pulling out your hair when you go to put it back together. All right? So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to put the belt on all the way down in the back over in here. I'll show you. This is my hieroglyphics here. We're going to put this portion back over here first because that's the most difficult part to get to. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we take the belt and we slide it down into the back and we put it around the back portion, which is the power steering in this particular case. Sometimes a little difficult because you get the belt and it's a little bit twisted. So you'll get the belt on like that, and we'll hold it in place here while you pull it around and push it down, and that is when your tool comes in handy. You just push the belt down and you go around. Crankshaft like that, and now we're going to take it and we're going to bring it around our air conditioner compressor, and then we're just going to pull pressure up on it just to make sure that everything is lined up correctly down there. Alright, and we're going to put it around here. And remember, the piece that we took off, it was the water pump was the one that we took off to release the tension on the belt. So that's the one that we're going to put back on the same way. And you want to keep tension on it while you're working, so you have a little bit of slack. Right? And we'll push everything down. Get it set to where it's supposed to be. And now we're just going to get in there with our tool. We're just going to hold this temporarily just like that. Make sure everything is where it belongs. Alright, so now we're in there almost where everything belongs. We're going to put our tool back on the tensioner. And then we're just going to keep very little pressure on the tool. And now after you have the belt on, you can release the tool, take it out. And now before you do anything, you're going to go in here and you're going to check to make sure that your belt is on all of the pulleys the way it's supposed to be. Looking down here right now, I can see that this is not on correctly, so let me just show you real quick. You see right here? It looks like it's on all the way. But you can see how that belt right there is partially off. It's not on all the way in the groove. So we need to push up on that tensioner again and just pop that belt right into the groove. So let's do that. Just hold a little bit of pressure on your tool and just push your belt. And you'll see it pops right in where it belongs. And now we'll take this off. And we're just going to visually take a look at it to make sure it's on there. Alright. And that's it, the belt is on. So let me get these gloves off. We're going to start this up, make sure it's okay. And you know what? Let's just start it up right now. We're not even going to take our gloves off. Okay, so now after we started it and we had it running for a little bit, we're just going to confirm that the belt is on correctly on every one of the pulleys the way it's supposed to be. And as you can see right here, everything is on just the way it's supposed to, including the power steering down in the back over there. Alright, so now that everything is all set, we can wrap this job up. Okay, so as you can see, changing the fan belt is really not that difficult. The main thing is that you have to make sure that that belt is on every one of the pulleys exactly as it's supposed to be. Very important that it's in every groove the way it's designed to be. If it's off even just one little bit, it's going to shred that belt and you're going to have a problem. As always, thanks for watching. See you on the next one.